Retain gang, what's poppin', man? This your boy Tay, back at y'all again. So I had a guy hit me up, and he's saying that he has friends that he's around, and he's trying to get them game on how to better themselves, how to make change inside themselves. And, they keep denying it. They're not listening to him. They're rejecting it, right? And he's getting frustrated because he wants to see his friends change, but they're not listening to him. Look here, fellas. Check this out. You can't force change into someone who doesn't want to change. Right? Let me repeat this again. You cannot force change into someone who does not want to change. That is the responsibility of that individual. Meaning they have to want to change within inside themselves first before change can occur. Right? You see, there's an old saying, everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die first. Everybody's reluctant to die, but they all want to go to heaven. Change is a death, right? It's a death within you. And we get the wrong concept of what death is. Death is just an exchange of consciousness from one place to another. So when you change, you kill the old you, your old conscious awareness, and you come into a new conscious awareness, a higher version of yourself. So you essentially die all the time in your life. You're not the same person you were when you were 6, 7 years old, right? No, because you came into higher consciousness awareness. The old you went through a death, and then you came out and you resurrected new, right? When you lay down to go to sleep, right, you lay to rest. You rest in peace, and then you resurrect every morning. So with that being said, the change comes with inside that person, but they have to want to change first. The upgrades is there for them, but until they change, until they go through that death, they're not going to get those upgrades. It's just like your phone or your computer. Whenever there's a new upgrade for your phone or your computer, what do you have to do? You got to reset it and reboot it. So then the upgrade is applied to that phone or tablet or computer. Same thing with you. When you want to change, right, you go through that death, you reset, and then you're reborn. You resurrect, you reboot, and then you have a whole new conscious awareness. You can't waste your time and your energy out here trying to force people to change. And you got to be very careful when you do that, because we all have our own life path that we have to experience. So what that person is doing, they might have to experience that in order for them to grow. You feel what I'm saying? The Most High gave us all free will choice. So when you try to force somebody to change, you try to force feed it to them, what happens is you impose on their free will, which you can't do. And this is why they resent you. This is why there's a collision there, right? The best thing you can do is focus on yourself. And then when you shine your light, when you become your highest version, that energy is going to be contagious to others around you. So 2 things are going to happen. Either those people are going to gravitate towards you, right? Because they want to change. So now they're going to gravitate towards you to get those answers. Or they're going to repel, like 2 magnets with the same charge. They're going to repel each other. Those are the 2 things that's going to happen. But you can't force anything. And for one, you shouldn't even be wasting your time trying to convince anybody to change. Because for one, the type of time we in right now, that's done. That energy's over with. It ain't about convincing anybody to do anything anymore. Either you on board or you not. Right? See, when I went through my changes back in 2016, that's when stuff started happening for me. And the timeline was still normal then, so it took me a lot longer to really grow and to become my best version, right? Because the timeline was slower. It was at normal speed. So it took me years to grow and to do the shadow work and all that. Where we're at today, though, Everything's speeding up. Everything's faster. You notice that the days are faster, which means you can manifest things faster. So the people who are just now really starting to have those changes inside of them, those people are in a good time right now because everything's sped up, so they can go through those changes and they can get that shadow work done twice as fast now because the timeline is speeding up for you to be able to get yourself right before it's too late. I get people in my comments, you know, I read the comments, right? I be in the trenches, right? I be reading them, and it's always somebody who's gonna be like, oh, you know, that's fake, or that's a myth, or everything is placebo, that stuff doesn't work, right? And for me, like, I don't even waste my energy trying to argue with people. Like, I'm not here to convince you to do anything. You know, I use my platform to reach others who might need help or might just need something to relate to. And I just put my message out there. I put my experience out there. But in no way, shape, or form am I here to try to convince anybody to change or anybody to do this or do that. That's on you. That's on you, big dog. Like, if you think that it's fake, then that's your reality. But, you know, when you leave negative comments saying, oh, it's a myth or this or that, there's no proof. Look, you can't tell me, you can't convince me that I didn't experience what I experienced, right? I know what I went through in my life, right? I know me. I'm deeply rooted in myself. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of people, what they do is, instead of them doing the work, they just go around trying to read and trying to get all this information and looking at videos and just want to debate who's right and who's wrong instead of actually doing the work. I actually do the work over here. I don't just read knowledge, or I don't just get knowledge. I actually apply it to my life. Everything I do, everything I talk about is a lifestyle. It's for real. I've always been a man of few words and more action. I do. I don't say. Right? So for anybody who want to come on here and try to convince me or that I'm wrong or I'm placebo or whatever, look, I already did the work. I do the work every single day. I know myself. You got to worry about yourself and make sure you getting yourself right. You know, because right now it's like, you know, we getting ready. We over here, we studying for the final exam right now. And some of y'all, it's like y'all don't even know the class exists. Y'all still trying to debate whether the class exists or not. And here we are over here about to take the final exam. Some of y'all, man, y'all, you know, y'all running out of time to really get yourself right. You need to start looking inside yourself. Stop trying to argue all the time. Stop trying to, you know, have proof. Where's the proof? Or, you know, where's the research? Do your own research. Be your own proof. How hard is it to go back inside yourself and clear out any traumas that you have? How hard is it for you to do retention? All these things are free 99. It don't cost you a dime to do this, but your time and your energy and your patience. So how is it placebo? You feel what I'm saying? You got to do the experiment for yourself. You got to be your own scientist. Stop trying to look for proof and scientific research and all this stuff all the time. Why do you need somebody to validate information for you in order for you to do it instead of doing it yourself? You're not doing any harm to yourself by going inside yourself and meditating and working on yourself, doing retention, right? Stop releasing your seed. What's so hard about that? Why can't you do that? You need somebody to prove to you that this works, or you gonna prove it to yourself? So to segue back into my man's question, you know, you can't waste your energy on trying to convince nobody. You got to work on yourself and make sure that you right. People will gravitate towards your energy that wants to be helped, that wants to receive help, that wants to vibrate higher. Like a lot of you guys watch my channel, you gravitated towards this, you resonated with it because it makes sense. The message was for you, right? The message ain't for everybody. And this is why I don't try to convince anybody, because if you either you resonate with my message or you don't. It's that plain and simple. And if you don't resonate with my message, then, you know, it is what it is. But I'm not going to sit here and waste my energy and try to convince nobody. And you got to have that same energy. You got to have that same energy. We too far and we too deep into this thing for you to try to persuade somebody to change. Don't let people take you off your focus, because when you focus on others, you're not focused on yourself. And when you waste your energy on trying to force feed other people change, you get derailed from your path. And now you off your game. And that's what you can't let that happen. You can't let that happen. You can't let that happen. Right? It hurts, and it's stressful because people that you love, people that you care about, you want to see them change. But at the same time, they're not willing to change themselves. But you got to detach from all that. You got to detach from all that and you got to focus on yourself. It's all about self, right? Trust me, the people that's supposed to make it, the people that's going to vibrate higher, they will come in contact with you. They will gravitate towards you. But until then, you got to focus on you, big dog. All right? Retain Gang, this your boy Tay. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section what y'all thought about this video or what y'all would like me to talk about next. Y'all have a beautiful day, man, and I'm out.